I am so glad you could join me for tonight's bedtime Bible story and meditation. Before we get started, I invite you to put your hand on your heart. Take a nice deep breath, breathing in, and say silently to yourself, I am lovingly made by God. I am lovingly made by God.
Way, way back before time, there was God. God was a master of imagination and a creative thinker. In the beginning, God created heaven and earth. The earth was just a big glob of creating material. So God breathed a big breath of wind to fashion the earth. First, God made light. God used the light to make day and night. God said, "This is good." The next day, God separated the waters to create the sky. At the end of the day, God said, "This is good." The next day, God separated the water and the soil to make oceans, lakes, and dry land. God was so excited that God kept on creating. God made plants and vegetables and fruits of all kinds. At the end of the day, God said, "This is good." The next day, God made the sun and the moon. At the end of the day, God said, "This is good." The next day, God made all the fish and shrimp and creatures of the water. God didn't stop there. God also made the birds of the air. At the end of a very creative day, God said, "This is good." The next day, God made all the animals on the dry land. God said, "This is good." God wasn't done that day. Finally, at the end of the day, God made a human. It was amazing. God took the dirt of the earth and created a human being in God's own image. But at first, the human was just lying on the ground. The human was not yet alive. So God breathed into the human's nostrils, the nose, giving the human the breath of life. Each of you has the breath of life. You breathe in and out all day and night, every day and night. Where do you feel your breath of life? Some people put their hand on their chest and feel their chest rising and falling as they breathe in and out. Others can feel it better if they put their hand on their belly. It gets bigger as they breathe in and smaller as they breathe out. Others like to put their hands just a little bit in front of their nose and mouth so that the air they breathe can hit the palm of their hand. Where do you feel your breath of life? Find your spot and feel yourself breathing in and breathing out. At the end of the day, God did not say this is good. God said, "This is very good." God put the first human beings in the Garden of Eden and told them to take care of it. And then God rested.